Tabetha Smith, nurse practitioner with Restore Health and Wellness Center. I've been performing bioidentical hormone implant procedures on my patients for about 3 years now. And for 2 years prior to that, I really investigated the system and how bioidentical hormone implants work because I was a little concerned about several things. One was I had heard from several patients that had moved to the area and couldn't get the implants anymore that they had problems. Number one, each round of pellets with the quality. It felt like their symptoms were not as controlled each round. The other thing that I heard a complaint about was that it seemed like the providers and who were doing the implants were sort of guessing at what dose to give to the patients. The top two reasons that I chose Bioidentical was for their quality assurance and for their system. So those two things were really important to me as I investigated this. So the Bioidentical company holds their compounder to a higher standard. They make their compounder check every single batch of hormone implants to make sure they are within a 3% margin of the dose. That may sound like a lot, but normal brand name prescription drugs can be 10% off batch to batch, and a generic drug can be 20% off batch to batch. So 3% margin of error sounded awesome to me. The other reason I chose them was they have a system. They're a physician-owned company, and they have created what they call a dosing site. On that site, I input my patient's medical history and my patient's lab values, and it actually gives me a recommended starting point. I feel like having that system in place is a much better thing than me looking at a patient and saying, "Ooh, I think magically you need this dose to start with." It's really based on research, and it so far in the past 3 years has pretty much been right on the money for about 95% of my patients. They've gotten great results with these implants. Phenomenal, so much better I had provided for about 9 years prior to starting the implants. I'd used bioidentical hormone creams and patches, and by far the benefit with the pellets is so much better. But the Bioidentical company, top two reasons, quality in a system, I don't think you can beat that. Thanks.